everyone. Hi, welcome to this evening's online business preview or forum. My name is Hui Suan and I'm your MC for tonight. I'm an executive brand director of New Skin, and before I started this business, I was director of public relations in a state board. So tonight, I'm not going to be talking all the time, but I'm going to be talking for the first 10 minutes. Just to set the context, our topic for tonight is why men love New Skin. And of course, I'm going to be showcasing 3 men, right? And I'm going to be calling them up very soon. But before I do that, I'm going to give you some info or background about this company called New Skin. Okay, so let's go right into it. New Skin is a 35-year-old company founded in 1984. It is open in 50 plus markets, so we call it a global business, truly, right? In 2009, the company did a turnover of 1.3 billion USD, and in 2018, we managed $2.68 billion. Now, we were listed in the New York Stock Exchange in 1996, and we have been listed since then. Dun & Bradstreet has given us the highest credit rating, which is a 5A1 credit rating. This means we are cash rich, okay? We have no debts. Forbes has rated us, our company, the top 5 most trusted mid-cap company. And in Singapore, CASE has certified us as, we were the first direct selling company actually to be CASE Trust certified, which means we have fantastic business practices. And we are all very proud to say that we are a company with a heart, because in 2007, the American Business Association gave us an award for having the best corporate social responsibility program, which is the Nourish Children program, Nourish the Children program. In Singapore, we are 20 years old this year, and we have been the #1 direct selling company in Singapore for the last 8 years. Okay, New Skin is not just skincare. We are in 4 big markets: nutrition and supplements, cosmeceuticals and beauty, anti-aging, and the last category, weight management, which is a big market. I am going to be showing you some testimonials of people you will see in person very soon. This is another slide to tell you why we are so proud of our weight management system. It is actually the #1 weight management and well-being brand in Singapore, according to Euromonitor International. Ta-da! Our first picture. Yes, you will see this man very soon later. His name is Jo. He's 30 years old. He is a recruiter and our national rugby player previously, right? So rugby player, fit, strong, everything, but when you hit 30 and you start working, you become like one pack, you know? Our friend here, after 3 months, lost 6.4 kg. But what's significant is 6.4 kg not in just weight, but 6.4 kg of fat. Okay, so what is effective about this program is it's a fat loss program. Just side view. See this, right? This is because he lost visceral fat as well, harmful organ fat. Okay, his visceral fat was almost halved. And side view. Now back view. Okay, our next testimonial is someone I've known for very long. In fact, I knew him when he was looking like this, 39 years old. I would call this man an all-rounder. Every which way you look at him, he's round. Okay, but look at him now. This picture of him when he's 50 years old. Wow, that program has been sustainable for Oliver. And Oliver, later you will hear his own story. Oliver doesn't exercise because he's got a slip disc problem. Okay, so yeah, despite that, he's kept his weight off very, very well. Okay, the next testimonial is Mr. Tan Juinn Wen, also going to be on our panel later. This is a picture of him in 2006 at 82 kg. This one here, proudly maintained by a lot of exercise every week. Okay, he was actually quite happy with himself, but he didn't know he could look like this. 3 months after TR90, wow, we would say at 74 kg, he's looking very good, right? Today, he's 61, and our friend thinks he's Batman. Anyway, he is very, very muscular. Look at the, got visible difference, you know, you look at the muscles, right? Okay, and of course, after showing everybody's picture, I should show my own now. Okay, so this is me. This is me in 2006 as a senior civil servant, very sedentary, 67 kg. I took the program. 6 months later, I lost about 9.7, and I have kept it off and not only become slimmer, but a lot healthier and fitter. Yes. So we are going to be talking a little bit about this cutting-edge brand that we have called ageLOC. Well, it's hard to explain ageLOC in like a few minutes. If you want to know the details, please go to YouTube and look for this program in Discovery Channel. You will get all the answers there. This is about a 45-minute program. You can't buy a slot in Discovery Channel. You got to be like really cutting-edge science before you get on it, right? So this is of course not a new skin feature, but you know, they're talking about ageLOC science, which is like proprietary to our company. And of course, they interview our Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Jo Seng. This one, not that one, not that monkey over there. Yeah, so, yeah, the real guy, you know. So, okay. Right, so just remember, right, when we talk about ageLOC, we talk about something that is very, that can help us to attack the root cause of aging. And basically, we are using the science, right, to scan and find the right ingredients in nature so that we can target our youth genes to help genes which have somewhat grown older or are expressing themselves as an old gene, old person, to look younger again. So if you look at this map here, right, obviously ingredient blend 4 would be able to reset your old gene to look somewhat like the young. Okay, so this science was first put into skincare, right? Very obvious, right? This lady here, 6 months of being ageLOC, untreated and treated. Look at the difference in the texture, the firmness, the radiance. And then of course, we put it into cutting edge supplements. We call these two the ultimate anti-aging duo, ageLOC Y-Span and ageLOC R-Square. Y-Span actually supports your body's ability, or rather it supports your anti-aging defense mechanisms, whereas R-Square targets a very common aging problem, which is lack of energy. So together, we say that these two are the ultimate anti-aging duo. So this is our poster boy. I am very fascinated by John's story. John is 81 years young, enjoying a healthy lifestyle with sports activities which includes golfing, cycling, trekking, kayaking. He celebrated his 80th birthday by completing his first 42 km marathon and is looking forward to his first triathlon soon in April, which he finished, of course. So he used to be bothered by flu, onset of elderly issues, which includes prostate problems, slow recovery after physical exercises, and failing memory. Thanks to our supplement, especially the Ultimate Duo, he is now nicknamed Iron Man. I mean, can you look at this picture here? 2012, he looks like this. Yeah, like a normal old man, right? Then 2019, yeah, he's quite incredible. And Machiko, she says here, I totally believe in Ultimate Duo's power by my own mother's transformation. She was mentally exhausted by side effects of doctors and medications, and she wanted to stop everything, including her own life. After 3 months of taking Ultimate Duo, all her side effects had gone, and she even started yoga at the age of 83. She will be 90 in 10 days' time, and I'm so grateful to Nu Skin's products. Okay, alright, so I'm going to be just talking through these 3 devices very quickly because we are the #1 home device brand. Okay, the first device is called the Lumi Spa. It is basically used to wash your face, right? It's 1 action, 2 minutes, 7 benefits, removes all makeup, reduces pore size, it smoothens the skin, improves your skin densities and volume, and radiates and clarifies. So if you can see those pictures over there, wow, the ladies pour on the nose, right, got blackheads and stuff, like effectively removed with just 1-time usage of Lumi Spa. Okay, and if you just change this head to another attachment, you can get rid of your dark circles, eye bags, puffiness, wrinkles. This is one of my favorite products. I use this like 3 times a week. The Galvanic Spa, which in less than 10 minutes can minimize the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, and sagging skin, and it lifts and tightens. You know, we often tell people it works like Botox, except without all the bad effects, right? Yeah, so this pawpaw here, 90 years old, the granddaughter said, hey, lend me half your face, and I do Galvanic Spa. After 6 months? Yeah, the pawpaw looks about maybe 60 years old on one side, the treated side, and the other side, poor thing still looks 90. Okay, so this is really the amazing effect of the Galvanic Spa. which is actually a device that you can use for the whole body. It has got solutions for you, right? You've got stretch marks, bloated stomach and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, we've just recently launched something that will help people with fragile hair, thinning hair, aging hair, very perplexing problem. Okay, so this neutral set can actually help you with hair care. Yeah, I'm going to be just running. Okay, this is about the end of my slide, but I cannot stop before I tell you a little bit about ageLOC Me, which is a skincare robot. It is simple, it's precise, it's effective. You know that we all have different kinds of skin, right? But how come when we go to departmental store, there's only like 3 combinations or like 4 or at most maybe 6? But actually, we all have different needs. We all live in different climates, environment. So ageLOC Me actually has got 2,000 over combinations so that you can truly find a combination that suits your skin. Okay, yep, so you can see some before, after pictures of people who have used customized skincare. Okay, so that is a very, very quick run through of our company and the amazing products. And now, we are going to start our forum, and I'm going to invite the 3 men. The first gentleman is Jo. You saw his naked picture just now. He is a recruiter, he's an ex-national rugby player. Oliver Lim is a psychometrist. Okay, I'm a psycho. Okay, so he actually profiles people. He's a behavioural and career coach. And the last gentleman is Mr. Tan Juinn Wen, a government scholar and institutional stockbroker. So let's welcome our panel.
Thank you, thank you.
Who has to grab their own chairs,
Okay.
grab their own mics.
Right under my mic.
Yes. Right. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Are you fine?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
fine?
Fine.
Okay, we have got 45 minutes. So, welcome and meet these 3 men over here.
Anyone came back from UK, US?
No, we are about half a meter apart, but yeah, we are all right. Okay, so in order to help our audience know you better, why don't you just tell us very quickly, like when or how or why did you do New Skin? Okay, who starts? Juwen?
Okay, so it was in 2001, I remember, January 2nd, 2001. My wife and I attended a presentation. At the time, we didn't even know what is this thing called multi-level marketing. But at the end of the presentation, I put up my hand and I say, I will help my wife to do the business. Okay, thinking, of course, like most of you, it's a lady's business. But we had a reason to do that because my wife said she wanted to stay home to take care of our 2 young girls who were both doing well in finance. But my wife said, what's the point of making more and more money if your kids are brought up wrong? So what attracted me to look at this business? Because I saw that it was in a sunrise sector of wellness. I saw that the company was rock solid, but the most important reason was that I saw a lot of professionals, I saw business owners doing it, and I saw that with New Skin, my family will be able to achieve what we otherwise cannot achieve. So more of that later. So we started part-time. After a year, I decided to do it full-time, and I've been in the business 20 years. In fact, during this current turmoil, every once in a while when my wife reads the bad news about layoffs or this or that, she say, thank God you're so stubborn. Thank God you went into the business. Yeah, thank God for that.
Yes, yes, thank you. Oliver?
Okay, my turn. Unlike Tan Juinn Wen here, who is a government scholar, I was servicing a company called Aihua, and the HR director one day just called me up and says, can I meet up with you in the office? Came to my office. Imagine customer, my appointment, he come over to the office, he sat down with me. I thought he had a new deal for me. Actually, it turned out, he said, hey, you want to do this or not? I was like, what is it? It turned out to be network marketing. I think it took me, I was quite taken aback. Okay, but I thought maybe he may have something interesting for me, but it turned out to be skincare, so it didn't really excite me a lot. But you know, he came at the right timing. It was 2002, I remember. It was the right timing. He came because I didn't have much time to spend with my children, and my daughter, every time she see me, she was crying. Okay, so I was traveling a lot, and he was very very smart to pinpoint to me that this particular business will be able to return time to me. That got me excited. Not the products, not MLM, no way. Okay, that one got me excited. I went to meet up with James, and then followed by Juwen's place. In his place, he did a presentation. Trust me, I'm not a government scholar. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Okay, but we decided we better do something different. If we continue to do what we continue to do, we're going to live the same life. And I just wanted something more. I just wanted something more than going to work, paying bills, and eventually dropping dead. There must be something more than this, right? So that was how I got started. Skincare, believe it or not. Your turn.
Okay, so I started a business 6 months ago, and my wife, of course, started a business maybe more than 3 years ago. So why I started a business is because one fine day I went for my health checkup. Doctor said I have high cholesterol, fatty liver, and high uric acid. And of course, at the age of 30 years old, and I'm married, and I want to start a family. So I've been asking myself, do I want to be a liability to my family, or what kind of assets do I have at the moment? So then because of all these health issues, I was introduced to TR90. And of course, I'm someone, if I don't try the product, I won't believe whether the product works or not. And at that point of time, before I took TR90, I have a very fixated mindset. I'm someone who doesn't, who doesn't like to try, who doesn't like to fail, and I just don't want to be outside of my comfort zone. But because of health issues, I'm like, okay, let's do it. What's the risk of doing it, right? So then I took on TR90, and then of course I shared my transformation to my friends, and I got really, really good feedback and a lot of questions throwing back to me. And I'm like, okay, so how should I handle this? So then of course I consulted my wife, and then my wife then introduced me to her mentor, which is now my mentor, Jo Seng, and he shared with me how I should to share with people, and that is how it got me started. And the other reason, aside from health, is really about earning additional cash, right? I spend about 60 to 70,000 on wedding. And all these are all money. And after wedding, it's like you look at your bank, oh, I only have about 20-30% left. Then how? So every time I want to go and travel, and I want to spend, buy luxury goods, end of the day, you save money, and after one event, all your money is gone. So how can I earn money? So then I look at the income structure, I research about a company, I'm like, wow, this company is the company that I want to work for. Yeah, this is how I got me started. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. I didn't know you only been here 6 months. Wow. Okay, so guys, you are men, you are breadwinners in your family. So how your family and your friends respond when you tell them, I'm doing new skin, and then how do you cope with this kind of yee, why like that? Why you going to do new skin for what? No study so much, some more you.
Actually, I didn't study that much. Okay, so I look at it just like Oliver, and I'm still just like Joe. I look at it strictly as a business. Now, if I had to sell kaya toast for a living, I probably wouldn't do it. But if I could do a kaya toast franchise like Yakun, I would definitely do it, right? So I saw this as a franchise business dealing in wellness, where I don't have to commit capital, I don't have to commit inventory, there's no manpower issues, and the franchise is not just for Singapore, but in all the 54 countries that Nu Skin is in. In fact, when I was first shown the concept, both my wife and I had to pinch myself, okay? Is this for real? Really? Is there such a thing that this multinational will come and partner us, no front end money, no nothing? So in fact, I still remember on the night itself, when we went home after agreeing to sign up, my wife said, so you're going to do this? I said, yes. You're not afraid of what people will say? I said, no, definitely not. She said, what about losing face? You're a stockbroker, you're a successful stockbroker. And I said, no, I think I'm doing a proper, legitimate business. I'm helping people with the products. I'm helping a lot more people with the business. The day I cannot feed my family will not just be a loss of face, I think it will be eternal regret. So I don't see it as a problem. And I'm going to find people like these men here and women like you who have no problem with face, because it's a damn good business.
Okay, I'm going to share with you two incidences that happened when I first started. Okay, one of them was a friend I met, introduced the business to him, and his answer was this: Oliver, first things first, this business won't last past 6 months. So I asked him why. He said because it's illegal. It will close in 6 months. I said, oh. Then the second one is, then he says, even if this company lasts past 6 months, you won't last 2 weeks. And I was like, why do you say that I won't last 2 weeks? And his answer very simple: you have no sales background, Oliver. Okay, so that one took me aback. I didn't know how to answer that question. I went back to my upline, Jo Seng, who coached me. I'm still here today. Right? So there will be people who say that. Another one, I was doing a product demonstration and a friend came in. He saw me doing it. He asked me a few questions and he was laughing until to the verge of cleaning his tears off. Okay, and in my heart, I just went into carry on laughing. I will do what I need to do because I'm going to pay my bills, not you. And that was what I was saying inside. Okay, I'm still here today. I hope he's watching. I'm still here today. Right. End of the day, when Singapore wanted to build the MRT station, build MRT, the citizens were cursing and swearing at the government. They wanted to build a casino, curse and swear. But guess what? Today, people cannot do without the MRT train, Okay, so I realized the human nature is as such. Whatever thing that you want to do and they're not familiar with it, the first thing they do is either they criticize you or they laugh at you.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that they're right. Okay, and with that principle, it helped me until today. And today, things are much better. Although yes, I still get people making comments and all this, but much better. Because much better, not because outside has changed, because the inside is stronger. I'm very sure. All right, that's my answer.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe I should share from a millennial point of view, right?
Yes.
For my parents or for a lot of many other millennials parents, they are all very traditional. They want you to go to the top school and then in the hope that you will find the best job and then after that you work for life until you die. But to millennials like me, it's not the right way. We don't want to work until we die. We want to be able to retire happily and retire still with income coming in. I don't want to retire and end up having to downgrade my life. I want to be upgrading my life. I want to bring my loved ones, my family, or even my parents if they are still around, maybe in 20 years time. So of course they want me to study hard. They want me to work hard. And when I went into this to this business, they'd be like, don't waste your time. Spend your time to work hard. Just in case that if you do this and then what if your boss know that you do this and then you'll be out of job? What if you do this and you can't focus in your day job? How? So but the thing is that they don't know that this in this business you're doing it is basically you're doing it outside of your work, right? If you're doing part-time like me right now, you're doing it outside your work. It's not like you are spending your time during your working hours to do the job. So that is really what I truly love about this business, that I can do it anywhere, anytime. And if I like it, I work. If I don't like it, I don't work, right? So but I think the end of the day is really how do you want to have this kind of growth mindset? To try new things, to be open for growth, rather than people who are at the back, having the kind of fixated mindset saying, it won't work one everyone has tried this before, it doesn't work one. Then now that they see that my progression in this business is relatively well, and then they are like they question, is this business really worth looking at or not? And given the current situation, I'm not sure whether I'll still be employed in my job. So at least right now, given that I am in this business, if today my boss fire me, I hope my boss is not watching. If my boss fire me, I know that I have another plan. So this is what I love about this job.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, when you talk like this, gives me a lot of hope. Our millennials can be like that.
Can I just add?
Yes, please.
Okay, so from what Joe described, it looks like those of us who are non-millennials were also millennials before the term was coined.
Of
Because we also want to be like him.
Millennial mindset.
Millennial mindset. Okay. So I just want to make 2 points here. It's what Jo said about, not just what his parents or his older people will tell him, secure job, blah, 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 save money. I remember throughout my time in Nu Skin, so I meet a lot of people from SIA. Maybe they are pilots, they are flight engineers, maybe they work for SIA office or cabin crew. So whenever I tell them this, one of the common objections, they say, my company don't allow me to moonlight. Now, I cannot take on extra side income. To which I had always said, so if your parents need an operation or your kid needs an operation, you got no money, how? As I tell you, don't do with it. What if you had to pay for your son or daughter's school fees? What is SIA saying now? You all can go and do part-time job because we grounded all the planes. I said to these people that the day you cannot fly is the day you have no mood to do this. Okay, so if I may just, one of the questions I always get asked whenever I go overseas, whether to China or Malaysia or Hong Kong, what kind of men will do Nu Skin as a business? So I said, there are 3 qualities I see. Number 1, these men generally have a very high level of self-confidence. So they don't really care about what Oliver said, whether you laugh or you crying or what. We don't care. We just don't care, okay? Because we have a high level of self-confidence. We know what is the end result we want. The second thing, I also noticed that these men take their breadwinner's responsibilities very seriously. And as I said earlier, I can overcome all kinds of face issues if I can have a continuous stream of income to put my kids to school, to take care of my parents, to take care of some emergencies. And the third one is the most important. They really, really love their family to have the best life possible, and they're prepared to do anything. I mean, short of doing illegal, okay? We don't do illegal things. But this is absolutely legal. We are prepared to change and adapt to make it happen.
Let me add something on
Yes.
that. From a human resource perspective,
Yes.
I've been dealing with human resource for a very long time. Whether you believe me or not, when HR says you cannot moonlight, when CEO says cannot moonlight, when your department head says cannot moonlight, trust me, all these same people who say that are investing in something, moonlighting in something, using a wife and all this, because they know what to take care of. But if you gong, you just because follow. You cannot.
Yeah.
Today in the Straits Times, NWC, National Wage Council, has asked employers, please allow them to take a second job. You know what they're saying? You can't pay them, and you are not going to feed them. You might as well let them go. Go and get a second job.
And this might be the new norm.
That's a new norm.
I mean, gone are the days of single stream income, right? Maybe you have to look for multiple streams.
Go and ask your HR, go and ask your CEO, what do you say about this? What this National Wage Council said.
Okay, so I want to follow up on what Jo Wen said about traits of people, right? So as a psychometrist,
Before you say that, actually, I mean, I know this talk is about why men love Nu Skin, but we must bear in mind that actually men are still a minority of the business builders in Nu Skin. From what I can see, actually, this whole business is propelled by Asian women. Of course, you're one of them, So I would like to ask you this: what did you see as a professional woman? Surely you also have face issues like the men, but of course the men never put things on their face, but you do lah, So it would appear it's more natural for you. But do you have these issues to face issues and so on and so forth?
actually just now when Jo was talking about what his parents say to him, it's like, wow, I'm hearing my parents, the same thing, because like, why you got 2 masters, you are now finally in the civil service, got super scale, got your own room, got your own team, then why go and do this thing? Go and sell skincare, then go and call your go-yi, come and no? So I mean, I was actually one of those women also, I was not really into skincare. So I was not like, this cream will erase wrinkle, or this. I really saw the business. And the business appealed to me at that time because I was simply very, very caught up with the fact that, this can give a passive income.
Yes.
And because I had a job that was very good at the time, I never thought I would resign before I retire. But it did occur to me that even as a professional, very good to look but actually the bank account not very, very nice. Because pay for house, pay for car, pay for everything, right? So I realized that I needed something for retirement. So Nu Skin was actually retirement plan for me. And what clinched the deal was not because I studied the numbers, everything. I saw you and I saw my sponsor, Dr. James Chia. And I said, what are these two men doing in a business like
They
this?
do not look like skincare sales girls to you, right?
That one very reassuring, because I also didn't look like skincare sales girl. So yeah, I said if they can do this, I definitely can do this, and I want to do this. And it's always hindsight, right, Juinn? It's been like years you've started, and like ourselves now, right? We are thanking our earlier self.
Yes.
So I mean, we want our future self to thank ourselves now. So if you want that to happen, things have to change. We can't be like waiting for a job to happen to us, isn't it? Yeah.
Just in case we'll be talking about skincare, just in case the audience thinks that Nu Skin is basically skincare, we are actually in youth preservation. Skincare is only but one branch of the entire thing. Alright, so youth preservation, that's the key word.
So as a psychometrist,
My turn.
yeah, your turn, my turn. So what are the personality traits of men and women who succeed in Nu Skin? What are the common traits? You profile people, you also profiled me before, right?
I profiled him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is both men and women.
Both men and women.
I profiled him, profiled you, I profiled Dr. James Chia, I profiled Amy. That was quite a long time ago. It's called 职业病. Go everywhere also profile people, right? I gotta use instrumentation. And it's very science-based. All of them came up with a very consistent behavioral trait. They have a tendency to think of what will go right.
Oh. Is this what you call positive thinking?
No, it's not just positive thinking, it's thinking of what will go right. There's a reason why sometimes when you talk to a very entrenched employee to do this business, they most often take a sit back first, because in corporate they are trained to think of what will go wrong. And if they are thinking of what will go wrong in a business context, and that's for operational, in the business context, we need to think of what will go right and we move forward. And it's not that these people don't think. I mean, Dr. James has a PhD, this guy is a government scholar, although I failed exam, but it doesn't matter, just follow them, right? And you super skill, right? Also very smart one. Your daughter is from Cambridge, your son is from Oxford, right? See? So you guys do think, but the common denominator is, there are three basic traits that are very important for this: drive, optimism, persistence. That's about it. That's about it, right? And it is the thinking of what will go right that will make it successful. That's about it. There's nothing else. Okay, what makes the person successful is what's driving the person. And you'll be surprised. We have been presenting Complan, what kind of product we have. Talk until about Dragon or Phoenix, in our context. Okay, but people are not listening to those. People are interested in what is it for me, for my life. That is the main motivator that makes these people successful. They think of what will go right, and they seem to understand that how this organization will benefit what they want, which is there is more to life than what we're having right now.
Yes.
Wow.
They understand that part. That's why they're successful. That's why they're here.
Optimistic, right? They are, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so stay there since you have the mic. Yeah. So when you started this business, you were a young father, you had a full-time job. You used to tell us, right, that you see your children growing not taller but longer, because every time you reach home they're already like, horizontal. Yeah, so like how do you find the time? Many people say, yeah, you tell me to do another business, but how to squeeze in any more things, where to find the time? How do you manage in those days?
I was working full-time. My wife was working full-time. I got 2 kids. Okay, so there's
Got maid that time? Don't have.
Not yet.
Yeah,
About to,
I
but not
remember
yet.
you didn't have a maid, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But whatever it is, let me share with you a friend of mine, female, top executive. Every time you want to meet up with her, you want to have coffee with her, she will tell you this: I'm so busy. I'm a senior executive. I'm so busy. I don't even have time to go to the toilet and pee. I get urinary tract infection all the time. She says this: I got no time to pee. Listen carefully. But now when her daughter go hospital for 2 weeks, and suddenly she has 2 weeks of leave. So the question has never been, do we have time? Whether you have 1 kid, no kid, 4 kids, 3 kids, you have parents up there, you are busy, you're CEO of a company, the time is it was up to me to decide whether I can find time or not. Because I need to decide what's important. I do not work for my results now, I work for the results I want in 5, 10 years time. I ask myself this question, what do I want to continue what I'm doing right now? In the next 5, 10 years, what kind of life do I want to live? Okay, I got to prepare for that. Okay, just like Singapore's government preparing for the storm right now. They have to save up money right in the beginning. I have to think 5, 10 years ahead. And that is the key catalyst for me to find the time. If you ask me exactly, technically, how do I find the time? Actually, I don't know, because every family is different.
True.
I didn't know how I found the time, but I found the time. Because I knew that I gotta get this moving. If not, in 5, 10 years time, I'm dead. So there is no recipe.
When you figure out why you need to do it, you figure out how.
Why? That's the reason why.
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Yeah. Anything to add, Juinn?
Angie and I were also very busy. I mean, I was running a sales team, and by day, I can't fool around in the trading bit because you lose money. It's on me, you know. But somehow, I found the time to do 3 meetings a day, doing it part-time, and 5 meetings over the weekend. And I think like Oliver, I know that now I don't have time, but the day I had time is either I'm lying on a hospital bed, I'm retired, or I'm retrenched. Then I got no money. All of us who do the business would like to have all the money to spend, all the health, and all the time to spend. So only Nu Skin can give me this. So there is a saying in the military, you sweat more in peace so that you bleed less in war. So somehow, I don't know how, we somehow found the time.
True.
And we just make it happen. And I just want to tell you one little story. I still remember 6 weeks into the business, I lived somewhere in Bukit Timah, and it was midnight, and we were driving, about to make that U-turn, and we knew it was midnight because we could see the Hua Zhong clock tower, midnight, you know. So I said to my wife, oh, I don't know how we can do this, and we have no time, but somehow we are making this happen. If we were running a traditional small business, we will be wondering, wow, today's takings can cover or not? Did the Malaysian worker come back from wherever, Pahang or not? But instead, I'm seeing the leverage. You know, tonight, darling, I'm very proud to say there are 6 product parties happening in Singapore, and they all belong to our group. One of them was Dr. James Chia, another one could be Ong Hock Seng, another could be him. I felt the time we have put in, we are going to be multiplying our time, multiplying our money, not just in Singapore, but across many countries. Wow, this is the best investment in time. I sleep very well every night.
And this is now happening, not 6 only, right? Now it's like times don't know how many. Yeah, so it's amazing. So, okay, we must go to our millennial now. So, you know, Jo, you are going to be a father soon, right? And going to move into your new house very, very soon. So that means now got extra demand on even on money and later on time, right, when your baby comes. So how has this, you know, new phase of your life kind of like changed your mindset and your focus on doing Nu Skin?
Yeah, so as I shared during the earlier part, right, you know, I want to earn additional income because house is coming, you know, I want to get a new car, and I need money for renovation, and my bank account basically depleted because of, you know, wedding expenses, and I've realized it, and that's the reason why I started the business. And I think to date, I mean, we have a BTO somewhere in Bali. And to date, you know, ever since I started the business for 6 months, I've already made the money for a simple 4-room renovation.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think that is my achievement. And of course, you know, I'm not a scholar. You know, I'm not a psychometrist. I'm not someone who works at a civil in a civil as a civil servant. You know, I'm just a person, just like anybody else out there, you know, who wants to work hard for the family. And of course, that is what basically spurs me, and what, you know, keeps me going. Because if I were to be unemployed, I know that I have additional streams of income coming in from everywhere and anywhere that I have built. And of course, because of the franchising model, you can basically earn money from 54 countries, and that is really very amazing. And of course, I used to be an ex-national rugby player. I've been playing for 7 years, and I'm not a scholar or whatever. So I kind of bred myself in a way where because I have obtained trainings like how to eat well, how to exercise. I just use this to impart other people and to basically teach them how they can actually lose weight. Of course, with the amazing products that the company has. So it's like my knowledge with the company's product, add on together, you make money, right? So I see this as a very lucrative business, and I look at the trend right now. Of course, obesity is the next. Is even worse than cancer, right? The death rate, as you can read from like newspapers and things like that. So everybody is wanting to lose weight, wanting to keep fit, and of course, Nu Skin is not just a skincare product. Of course, but the Nu Skin has very good skincare range. So I leave that skincare portion and the beauty portion to my wife, while I focus on helping to shape up people and to live a healthy lifestyle.
Can I just add on to what Jo has said? Today there was a front page newspaper article in the Business Times talking about a very well-known Singapore company called Nanyang Optical. They sell glasses, and the article said that the manager was quoted over the weekend. Their takings was only a few $100s per store. Probably what, $300, So someone like Jo is only 6 months in the business. He and his group turnover per day is many times that. And Nanyang Optical many times.
And he's part-time.
Part-time, okay? So that gives you an idea of the business. Secondly, Nanyang Optical, I think one of the landlords is chasing them for arrears and they own don't know how much, And you can imagine every time I walk into this shops, I immediately get a headache, looking at their inventory. Looking at their manpower. And here Jo is able to do a business part-time, many times a turnover of an established business, no capital, no inventory. He's looking forward to having this number go up many fold. So to me, that's a great illustration of what a wonderful business at a time like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I something. So Jo, welcome, congratulations and welcome to the Fathers Club. I think immediately after this, it will probably when your son or daughter, a daughter, hey, congratulations, a daughter, very expensive, okay. When it come out, you'll probably be buying some kind of endowment fund or some fund where it's gonna once you after X number of years you're gonna draw some fund for you to pay the school fees for university, right? Can Uncle Oliver tell something? Not enough. Okay, the sum is very meager. Okay, my daughter, my son is in university right now. My daughter is about to go to university. We did a calculation. I say I bought that insurance for what? It covers only a small fraction of it. You ask this fellow,
You come to me, I advise you.
Offline. Your daughter went to Cambridge, right? You don't want to know how much it costs. Your son went to Oxford, right? I don't want to know how much it costs. Not enough one. From Uncle Oliver, not enough. Better build this big fast.
Actually, just now I want to ask you about, because you're a millennial, right? So, what do your friends think when you talk to them about the business and all that? How do they respond? Is there like a big opportunity for us to also talk to other millennials? I mean, are they very receptive? How do they respond when you talk to them?
I think there's two kind of people. There's one, like I mentioned earlier, fixed mindset. There's one that's growth mindset. Of course, you want to target those people with a growth mindset. So how do you know whether they are, they have the kind of growth mindset is really, to speak to them and to see if they open up to you. And of course, to also find out what kind of challenges are they facing in their life. And then through knowing their challenges, you will then know that, how are they overcoming their challenges. If they are the kind of person who says, like that lor. I can't do anything about it. I just got to see how it goes. These are not the kind of people that you want. You want the kind of people who is always seeking out for challenges, always seeking out for growth. People who read books, people who always talk to people around. So So what I try to do is to hang out with people, you know, with the kind of business mindset. Of course, not, but I mean, I also hang out with people who are normal people, because you know, I want all of them to be my friends, and I was like that before. I know that I was like that before. So it took me 3 years to change my mind. It might take them 1 year to change their mind, or they might take them even longer. But of course, you know, we want to make sure that we are always there for them when they need us. We want to always be like a friend to them, you know, and share with them how you overcame challenges. So when you share with them how you overcame challenges, it basically builds the confidence that, oh, you know, I want to do whatever you do, so that, you know, I want you to lead the way. So yeah, so that's my point.
Okay, back to Juinn Wen. So with all your years looking at businesses, investments, stock, right? What do you think is the future of jobs and businesses now? I mean, after your story about Nanyang, this might seem like a rhetorical question, but you know, tell us, you know, what you really put on your economist hat and tell us what do you see.
Yeah. Okay, so in the same way that 9/11 changed the landscape forever. We didn't know at that time, but what it meant is that 9/11 changed the way every time we travel, we have to do all kinds of things, you know, and many other things besides travel. I think those who think COVID-19 is just another virus that will go away with warmer climate coming, I think they are very wrong. If I may borrow the words of PM Lee when he was having the interview with Farid Zakaria of CNN, he said, this thing we will have to deal with for years to come. For years to come. But let's take an optimistic view, and let's say they find the vaccine maybe in 12 months, 18 months, and let's say it goes away. But I think the mindset of the employer, the mindset of the one doing business, the mindset of the employee will be different. Oh, last time this happened, the fellow cut me first. Next time it could be something else. That means US-China trade war also cut me. Something else, oh, I think I better jaga myself.
Yeah.
Right? So at next time HR tell me don't take part-time job, I also do. Because when the shit hits the fan, they're going to say, oh, no pay leave again. Now you can do your part-time job, okay? Then if I'm a businessman, I also scared. Most traditional business anywhere in the world probably operate on at best 5% net margin. If the business falls 20%, 25%, you're taking net 20% from your POSB personal account to fund your business. How long can you tahan? I mean, you look at Nanyang Optical, how long can you tahan? Even a big company like Adidas, they say, I want to pay rent already. They can, but they say, I want to pay. How? So to me, I think this COVID-19 is merely the trigger that triggered off structural and cyclical issues in the economy for businesses and for employees. So gone are the days you work hard, you run a traditional business, you can earn good money, send your kids overseas. Hard work, but yeah, take some risk, you can make money. Go into a secure job, work for a company like SIA, work for a company like IBM, should be okay. It's not okay. So I think the more enlightened will start thinking whether you're an employee, whether you are an employer, or whether you are a business person. And that's why when I look at this business, I'm very grateful because it ticks all the boxes that I want. Multinational business, but with no cost at all. And the income stream keeps coming in. What more can I want? Okay? But to put it into perspective, about 2 weeks ago, I saw a number. What they did was they took the total stock market losses of the time divided by the number of people who have died from COVID-19. Now, I'm not trying to devalue the value, I'm not trying to devalue the lives that have been lost, but the number then was that for each life that were lost, the stock market's loss was $3 billion per life. That means the repercussions are being felt through the economy. The Federal Reserve of St. Louis, the research team have said the US could be looking at over 30% unemployment in the second quarter. Now, the US economy is the only performing economy in the world. If you hit 30, in fact the figure they mentioned was 32% unemployment. I can't even imagine what that number is. Well, basically it means 1 in 3 is unemployed. So could it happen to Singapore? Well, if you don't have a plan B or plan A in this time, you better start running.
Yeah, I think just to add on to that, a lot of my friends are like, "Hey, so what shares to buy now? What stocks to buy now?" You know how I tell them. I tell them the best investment now is to invest in yourself, because if you continue to have that kind of fixated mindset, and if you don't invest in yourself, you will continue to be an employee forever.
Okay, just to add on to what Juinn Wen and Jo Seng just said, a lot of people would think that we are trying to recommend them another income from somewhere. Actually, if you look at it carefully, if you understand the compensation system, we are actually recommending another type of income, which works in and comes in differently from the traditional employment and traditional business kind of income. Okay, and yeah, it's a very important thing. For example, I often ask, let's say Jo Seng makes about $10,000 a month as an employee, and I ask him this question: are you the most important person for that $10,000? He don't understand the question. So to make him understand the question is, if you resign right now, that $10,000 still there. No? It's not there anymore, right? So you are the most important person for that $10,000. What if there's a different type of income where you are the least important person for that income that you're making? That means you disappear, you stop working, majority of the income continue to come in. That's a different type of income. So we are not recommending a alternative source or another source or whatever it is. It's a different kind from what you're doing right now. It's called not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Okay, so last question, and I'll ask Jo to say first, then end with Juinn Wen. So, I mean, for our viewers, right, what is the opportunity here and now? And is this a good and right time to be doing Nu Skin then?
So I don't believe that, whether is it a good time or is it a bad time, but the thing is that if you don't start now, you will never start. If you continue having this mindset, you will never change. So don't, so my advice is, don't, because of, you have failed now, then therefore you want to look out. Take this opportunity as though you are doing alright at what you are doing now, and basically, like what Oliver said, to earn basically another kind of income right now. Because if you are feeling down right now at your work, or whether you're out of job or whatever, you might not be in that kind of right mindset to start to look at this. So what I would suggest, as from a millennial's point of view, is take this opportunity now and at any point of time in your life when you are positive. Because when you're positive, you will attract positive people. When you're negative, you will attract negative people. So don't have the kind of negative mindset in you. Be positive and attract positive and like-minded people like yourself.
I thought only both of them.
That's it.
Okay, I have a very, very basic philosophy in whether this business is relevant or not. Okay, it's got nothing to do with COVID-19, it's got nothing to do with when we are booming. Okay, as long as you are eating and you will continue to eat until you're 90 or 100 years old, the income needs to continue to come in, whether you like it or not. Okay, now if you're dependent on an income that's dependent on you being productive, then that particular model is not as effective as what we think it is. We assume that it is effective because most people are doing it. But it is actually a very dangerous one, because as long as you continue eating until 90 years old, the day you drop, the income better be coming in. And there is also one of the dangerous things is we never know what are the future expenses. There is no modeling that can do that. Okay, we will never know what our future expenses are. We need to prepare. And there's no better time than to start way ahead. And that will be yesterday. Okay, so that's my answer if you ask me.
Okay. So definitely I would echo both of them in saying that any time is a good time. In fact, the best time to start an insurance plan is yesterday, not today, right? Having said that, in normal times when people's job is they're good, they're secure, property prices are going up, you talk to them about plan B, they say, yeah, plan B very important. Passive income, absolutely. Hell, I totally agree with you. We must prioritize, but they do nothing, right? Do you realize that recently all of us are into personal hygiene? I can't remember how many times I washed my hand. All day we are washing our hands because government said very important, personal hygiene. What is the other important thing? Wow, must protect your immune system. A lot of people buy our product. Very good for your immune system. But to me, I hope that this time, this very difficult period, really brings the focus home on what is truly important. As I said earlier, this COVID-19 is merely a trigger that set off a forest fire. So do you want your garden to be burned again? Do you want your income to disappear? If you still don't wake up, having been asked to go on no pay leave or pay cut, or your business owe money, and you still think nothing has changed, I don't know who can help you. So I hope that this period sharpens your focus on what is truly important, makes you come forward to look at this opportunity. And I no longer market this as a plan B, because plan B seems to suggest, oh, if Joe is earning 10,000, plan B means he slowly make 3,000, slowly make 5,000, but not replace his income. But now I tell people, Joe, it's not a plan B, it's plan A triple star. That means I'm going to help you not make just 10,000, I'm going to help you make 20,000 per month, I'm going to help you double. And like what Oliver is saying, this income is not a sales income. This 20 or 50,000 in the future is not made by you. Whereas now the 10,000 is made by you. When you are retrenched, your health breaks down, your company say go home and don't ever come back again, sorry, you won't even get 5,000. But this 10,000, this 20,000, this 50,000 a month is not based on you. It's based on hundreds of people that you have helped to do the business. So I think we need to again emphasize that, to me, I have never seen anyone in Nu Skin, once they get the basic right, they have never been retrenched. In fact, some of them have gone into retirement, and when they look at the numbers, hey, maybe there's something wrong here. How come my money went up? I just haven't done anything. Oh, but they say you got people in Singapore growing, you got people in Malaysia growing, you got people in... Isn't that amazing? Nobody has ever been retrenched or dismissed once they get the basics right. And the company thank you every month, then and into the future, and it goes on to your children. I can't think of a better deal than this.
Thank you. And this brings us right to the close of this forum. Wow, we've successfully talked amongst each other for 50 minutes with a room with no guests. Very good. But the amazing thing is we know that we are being heard by more people than this room can hold at normal times. So this is really, really very, very amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please talk to the person who invited you to listen in on this forum. If you have additional questions about the business, about the products, you may not be able to meet face to face, but hey, there's always Zoom, there's FB Live. So please join me to thank Juinn Wen, Oliver, and Jo Seng for tonight's talk. Thank you.